let me introduce myself. My name is Lushinta Hanifa with student ID number 172221103 and 5. On this occasion, I will present a title that caught my attention regarding Indonesian foreign policy under 3 years of Jokowi administration. October 2017 marked the third year of administration for Indonesian President Joko Widodo. In the beginning of his administration, Jokowi announced the 9 priorities agendas as a nawacita. Do you know what nawacita is? Nawacita is a program that was initiated as an effort to bring Indonesia into a politically sovereign state, economically independent, and cultural personality as a state. In order to realize the spirit of Nawacita, the Indonesian Ministry of Foreign Affairs formulated 3 priorities of foreign policy, namely safeguarding Indonesian sovereignty, enhancing the protection of Indonesian citizens, and intensifying economic diplomacy. Observing the dynamic of foreign policy for 3 years administration, Jokowi is more likely to emphasize on consolidation at the national level compared with foreign policy of his predecessor, Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono, which more on a free and active engagement on multilateralism with an outward-looking policy, 1,000 friends, 0 enemy. Jokowi is more of a domestic reformer when compared to SBY, is actively promoting foreign policy as the spotlight of his government. The most noticeable manifestation of differences is Indonesia's retreat from multilateralism, which is demonstrated by Indonesia's inactivity to participate in multilateral forum, particularly ASEAN. He missed 3 opportunities to present as head of state at the United Nations General Assembly and also in the developing high-level meeting in Istanbul. Although the domestic development agenda progresses significantly, it should be understood that the success of the foreign policy is also capable of affecting the domestic agenda at the Indonesian people. Jokowi's foreign policy outlook is considered to be a loss to Indonesia's position as a leading country in ASEAN, that might also have an impact on the regional integration agenda. As one of the focus of his policy, Jokowi played a significant role to enhance the economic diplomacy. Priorities on the economic are defined in the Strategic Plan of Ministry of Foreign Policy 2015 to 2019 as the utilization of international politics to achieve the national development target. One of the policies is the diversification of export market. As a founding member and de facto leader of ASEAN for the great importance of ASEAN GDP and the largest population, Indonesia's centrality in ASEAN is valuable. Although Indonesia's participation in ASEAN is not as big and as large as ever, Indonesia still showed great concern and active participation in the Rohingya refugee story. Recently, the latest issues of human rights issues in Rakhine State, Myanmar, Indonesia, through the Minister of Foreign Affairs visited Myanmar for a bilateral meeting to discuss the issue in Rohingya. This method became effective because it later became one of the ways to attract the government of Myanmar and humanitarian aid in the form of daily necessities, set up 6 elementary school buildings and 1 hospital. The conclusion this study is, despite of the hard work of the government to introduce the new approaches and development priority, it is important for Indonesia to continue paying attention to the regional and international cooperation that has been built since the previous presidency, as a form of active participation and fulfillment of Indonesia's role in international level. I think that is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention, guys. Thank you for listening. I hope that everything I have shared can be of use to all of us. Sorry if there are still many shortcomings in the presentation. See you next time.